Today's autopsy is on the death of Luke Skywalker, the man who refused to kill Darth Vader, almost killed his sleeping nephew, then refused his lightsaber in the Resistance's most desperate hour. We examine how that happened. Cause of death is unusual. The patient ignites his saber over a sleeping nephew. He had reached into that boy's mind and sensed a darkness he believed would consume the galaxy. The same man once stood before the literal embodiment of evil and chose to believe in him. History of the patient.
Luke, help me.
Across 3 films, the patient presented as the galaxy's symbol of hope. One irreducible trait defined him. He believed the worst person alive could still be redeemed when no one else would. The establishing exhibit is on the table. Luke stands before Darth Vader, a man who choked his own officers.
Lord Vader, the fleet has moved out of light speed and we're preparing to...
Vader helped build a planet-killing weapon. Luke chose to believe in him anyway. The patient deactivates his weapon and throws it away.
You failed, Your Highness. I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
The saga proved him right. His faith in people was not naivete. It was his superpower, confirmed on film. Prior conditions on file. The sequel era needed the old hero to fail so a new generation could rise. That is a legitimate dramatic pressure. It is also the pressure that put this patient on the table. We move to the examination. The death has 2 faces. The first is the one the audience felt. 30 years of build-up, the most loaded cliffhanger the franchise ever filmed. Rey holds out the saber, the swell rises, and the legend reaches for his own weapon. He takes it, flips it over his shoulder, off the cliff. Not a debate, a dismissal. All possible causes of death. Now, the strongest alternative. A flawless legend is dramatically inert. Failure is what makes a hero human, and the disillusioned hermit is one of the oldest myths there is. Obi-Wan hid for 19 years. Yoda hid in a swamp.
It is the future, you see.
And the film does not abandon the hero. Luke earns a genuinely great return on Crate, one man walking out alone against an army. The film is openly about failure and about getting back up. All of that is true. It is granted in full. Now let us examine why it failed. 2 exhibits. Exhibit 1. The man who played Luke for 40 years objected first. Mark Hamill said Jedi don't give up.
I said to Ryan, you got it wrong. Jedis don't give up, much less go hide off on an island. So right at the beginning,
Luke would try to right a wrong, not abandon everything. The most quoted fragment, Luke would never say that.
That's the crux of my problem. Luke would never say that.
Hamill's words over the image of Luke flipping his saber off the cliff. The toss is the giving up, made literal. Hamill later walked the comments back, praising the film and the choices made for it. Both halves belong on the table.
That's why you won't bring me to your Emperor now.
A specific objection rooted in the character's core was raised, and then, as the actor working inside the studio, set aside. Exhibit 2. The deeper kill. The hut. Luke stands over a sleeping Ben Solo. He reaches into the boy's sleeping mind.
Then I looked inside, and it was beyond what I ever imagined.
He sees a future. And the man who saw good in Darth Vader ignited his saber over a vision. Hold the 2 moments in the same frame. Vader, the man Luke chose to believe in, and was proven right. A nephew, asleep, guilty of nothing yet. The man who refused to kill the embodiment of evil drew a weapon over a child.
With the eyes of a frightened boy whose master had failed him.
The logic doesn't survive the screen.
Because I was Luke Skywalker, Jedi Master.
Cause of death. Not grumpiness, not aging. The cause is the contradiction of the core trait itself.
Failure also. Yes, failure most of all. The greatest teacher, failure is.
Aging is not the same as contradiction. Doubt is not the same as erasure. Erasure. This isn't a darker Luke. It's a different man wearing his face. Autopsy concludes. Cause of death? Homicide. Rian Johnson killed Luke Skywalker. Not by anything in Luke's own logic, but by a thesis applied against the character. Johnson didn't darken the hero. He killed him and used the body to tell a different story. Another one for the graveyard.